A blessed day to you, all my sports to the bone people. Thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys checking in and showing your love and support, right? All right, so tomorrow, West Indies and South Africa, they will get the test series up and running. Now, for this video, I'm going to be giving you my playing 11 batting order, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about the players and probably a few things to expect. So give a listening ear. You can also feel free to go in the comment section and give your playing 11. All right, remember, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. All right, so just a quick disclaimer. I like to do this before I give my playing 11 before every game. This is just me looking at the squad and saying these are the 11 players that I would use. This is how I would organize the batting. It has nothing to do with who will be selected. I do not have that reach or power. Just a regular fan here, just giving my opinion, right? Or giving my views. So tomorrow, West Indies and South Africa will take the field. Now, just to remind you of the squad, Craig Brathwaite captain, Joshua Da Silva the vice captain, taking over from Alzarri Joseph, who is getting some rest. Alec Arthanes, Casey Carty, Brian Charles, Justin Greaves, Jason Hola, Kevin Hodge, Tevin Imlach, Shamar Joseph, Mikel Louis, Gudikish Moti, Kemar Roach, Jaden Seals, and Jamel Warrican. So that's the squad there that we have to select 11 people from. So going into this first test here, record's not good. I spoke about it yesterday in a video. 32 games played between the two teams. 3 victories for West Indies and I think 22 for South Africa, and probably 7 or so draws if I'm not mistaken. So going to be very interesting to see how things work out. I mean, both teams, they are going through transition. I mean, West Indies, we have been transitioning for 30 years now. But South Africa, they have a couple of new faces. They also have a couple of guys that, they are, you can call them T20 masters or monsters, if you will, that they are putting in. So let's get straight into my playing 11. So Craig Brathwaite and Louis obviously will open the innings. Craig Brathwaite and Mikel Louis, they will open. They had a couple of good partnerships going up against England. Unfortunately, they were unable to really resist the urge to swing at the to slap at the ball outside the half stump. I can't even say to drive or to play or whatever, to slap at the ball outside the half stump. They were unable to resist a couple of times, right? So we're looking forward to seeing them getting us off to a good start again. One thing that we need to understand, or we need to remember when it comes down to opening batters, one of the main things that they need to do is to see off the new ball, get the shine off the ball. So as much as we want both openers to score centuries, right? It's about getting the shine off the ball. You understand? Assessing conditions and passing on information to the number 3, 4, 5. That is why you're supposed to have guys in the team at number 3, 4, and 5 that are extremely good batsmen. You understand? Because the openers, they are there. Obviously, they should be skillful enough to take on whatever conditions and conquer it. But it's not gonna always happen. You understand? So the aim is to bat for a period of time, see off the new ball, assess the conditions, see what all the bowlers are about, and then the information can be passed down the line. So that is why you would realize when the number 3, 4, and 5 comes in, they'll be able to score quicker, or should be able to score faster, because the ball is getting older, plus the information about the pitch would have been passed on to them. So those 2 guys will open. This is where I have the only hiccup, number 3. But I'm going to go Casey Carty, right? Casey Carty, I was already advocating for him to be in England. You understand? I wanted him to be there. He wasn't there. He's in this squad. I am putting him in. Is the only little pinch I'm having is the fact that Tevin Imlach, he has been with the squad for a long period now. And he scored runs in the 4-day regional championship. So that is the only thing. but I'm not going to play the two keepers in the same game. You understand? I mean, it's in the Caribbean, so if both of them get injured in the same game, which is unlikely, we can call for a next keeper. But I'm going to go Casey Carty at number 3. Number 4, we go Alec Arthanes, right? Had a couple of good innings against England. Need to be able to carry it deep. Has to be able to carry it deep, my viewers and subscribers. Getting started is always good. Making a 20 or a 30 with a 5 or 4 fours in there looking pretty is good. But when it comes on to test cricket, you need to be able to stay out there longer. So definitely going Arthur is at number 3. Number 4, we will see Hodge, right? No, I think no. What is wrong with me? So I have Casey Carty at 3, Alec Arthur is at 4. At number 5, we have Hodge. Right, Hodge, he looked good in England. The conditions were tough for everyone, but he was able to still be positive, and he got some runs under his belt. So Hodge will definitely look to play on the front foot at home in the Caribbean. So we want to see him doing his thing. At number 6, we have Joshua Da Silva. Da Silva also got a half century. Was pretty close to getting a century, except he ran out of partners in the back end there. I think he was in the second game, in the second test, first innings, or was it in the first test? I don't remember, but he got a 80 yard. So was I think he was in the second game. He got a 80 yard, so that was good. Definitely looking forward to seeing Da Silva getting some more runs. His primary role is as a wicket keeper. You understand? But I have explained this several times. You're a specialist wicket keeper, but teams are always looking for a wicket keeper that will contribute with the bat. I always draw on this example. Ben Foakes is the best wicket keeper in England, the best glove man in England, but because you're searching for somebody that will still be good with the gloves, but will contribute with the bat and contribute fast. You understand? In the back end. That's why we see them move. They had Johnny Bairstow, then now they move to the youngster Jamie Smith, right? None of them, those two guys put together cannot keep as well as Ben Foakes. So I have always used that as an example to say, listen, Joshua Da Silva has the ability, so we want him to score runs. Obviously, he's a specialist batsman. For those who say that he's a wicket keeper and it doesn't matter if he scores runs, that them something stopped 30 years ago, right? Adam Gilchrist and them guys put an end to them type of cricket. You understand? You obviously want a good test wicket keeper, so we don't want a T20 man to come and keep. You understand? Just because he's there, you want somebody that is good with the gloves, but can keep. We have our own man in the Caribbean we can use as example. Dennis Ramdin got left out at the team when he was still the best glove man in the Caribbean, right? But the batting is something that they try to look at. So he will bat at 6. Jason Holder, our all-rounder, will come in at number 7. Now, Jason Holder, my viewers and subscribers, he showed in England that, if he wants, he can settle down and bat. You understand? He can settle down and bat. So it would be good to see him back in the Caribbean, just sticking around and showing that, he's a former captain, shoulder some of the responsibility. So Jason Holder would come in there at number 7. At number 8, we have Gudakesh Motie. Gudakesh Motie also hung around in England. You understand? They found it difficult to dismiss him. He wasn't giving away his wicket or anything like that, so he would come. Kemar Roach is the next man, veteran. We don't know he can hang around. We have seen it several times in the past with him and Shandopal, Shamar Joseph, and Jayden Seales. Right? Jayden Seales and Shamar Joseph, they both want to be batting up the order, so I'm not sure how that going to work. But yeah, man, I have Roach and Shamar Joseph, then Seales. So might say that they would bat Shamar Joseph ahead of Roach, but I am going for the experience. It's Tess, you understand. We're going to work with Roach, staying there, occupying the crease. If it's the case that we need quick runs or whatever, then it's already the back end. So yeah, so that's it. Craig Brathwaite, Louis, Casey Carty, Alec Arthanes, Hodge, Da Silva, Jason Holder, Motie, Roach, Shamar Joseph, and Seales. So that's my playing 11 batting order. And as I had promised at the top, you know, I just try to give you some information in between as it relates to the players and what to expect just the same. So go and leave it right here for now. Until later on, we'll touch base again this evening. Big up.